Oh, right. So you're welcome back to New Day. We are streaming live from the studios of TV3, First in News, Best in Entertainment. I'm a very unpretentious person, so it's hard, not to pretend that this has affected me, this Trump win. But I suppose I'll go with what my Bible says: all things work together for my good. But we're discussing business entrepreneurship next, and we will even look at the possible implications for such I don't know, entrepreneurial drive in Africa and, particularly in Ghana. We'll see if this whole new Trump presidency can affect that in any way, if there's an impact at all. My guests this morning are here to discuss the 3FM business pitch. Petra Abba Asamoah is the head of station 3FM and Deputy General Manager MG Radio. I also have Hannah Akwa, CEO TKC Africa Recruitment Manager of Yali. All right, ladies, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Are you feeling like I'm feeling? Or should we just pretend we're happy?
We're not happy.
Okay.
I'm not happy. I really wanted to see a Hillary presidency.
Yes.
I've not hidden my
your support
for her. But yeah, it is what it is, and
yes.
we don't have a vote. We could only hope and wish.
Right.
But the American people have decided.
Yes.
So
That's right.
Hannah.
Likewise, being the first Black President Obama, I was so excited. And then, of course, I wanted the first female to win,
So
being
we
a
finally
female.
break that glass
Finally. But I think we still have chance in the future for a female to come to power.
maybe Michelle Obama.
That would be
Maybe.
exciting.
People have been
That would
looking
be
at her name in the
exciting.
past few weeks.
Yes.
All right, well, but you're welcome. We're here to discuss 3FM business pitch. You tell us about it, Petra. What's this collaboration?
So 3FM we're one of Accra's latest radio stations. Well, we've done 10 months in the
I
market.
see they don't already
Yeah.
know. We are,
And we're part of the MG Radio Group. So we have Akuma FM, soon to be launched in Kumasi, Connect FM in Takrady, and Unya FM in Accra. And the 3FM business pitch is one of our latest initiatives. And what we're doing is we're bringing opportunity to prospective entrepreneurs. And we want to give an opportunity to people who have ideas, who have concepts they've been dreaming about, they've been thinking about, to bring that into fusion. So we're going to help them put money to it, put flesh to it, build it up, and make it into a reality.
So funding.
Yes, funding.
I see.
Funding.
Yes.
I like the sound of that.
Yeah. Money.
Yes, money.
Yeah.
All right, so Hannah, how do you come in here?
So TKC Africa brought the concept to 3FM, and we're so delighted to meet with Petra and Lois, and they just loved it.
Okay.
And they saw how it fitted with their target market. And besides, entrepreneurship is the way it grows economies. And so we worked together to make it work, and that's how we collaborated to make the 3FM business pitch.
I see. I'm going to ask your take on entrepreneurship, especially in this part of the world. I've met people, even entrepreneurs, who seem to think that entrepreneurship cannot be taught or learned.
Yes.
They think it's an innovative or creative way of thinking, which can only be inherent. Do you side with this?
I say anyone, and I've been doing this for a long time. I have worked in corporate before, non-profit, everything, but I've also started my own business. You can call me a serial entrepreneur because I've also helped many people start their businesses. And I've noticed that it doesn't matter your education background.
Yeah.
It does not matter whether you came from an entrepreneurial family,
Yeah.
so that was in your history or generations. If you have a passion,
Yeah.
and you follow that passion, whether it's dancing. A good friend from Nigeria, Kathy, she loved dancing. She was always saying how her parents didn't like her to dance. Now she dances, and she built a business where she dances for all the celebrities.
Yes.
And she's empowered, and she loves it because she was passionate. So anything you're passionate about.
So you're never
once
inclined
you-
to believe that there are people who are actually born entrepreneurs,
No.
and others who just will never make it, no matter how hard they try, no matter how passionate they are about something.
But Moon, there's
Yes.
another side of that conversation
Yeah.
where in Africa it has become a necessary imperative for us to look at entrepreneurship.
Absolutely.
We've been socialized for a very long time to think that you go to school, get good grades, get a good job, and that's life. But we can't continue in that direction. We've realized that the government can hire everybody. You can't. Everyone can be employed by someone else. So how do
I think
we?
this is timely, especially when even trade deals with the US are threatened.
So we need to start having. We need to revive the conversation of what
Yes.
can we do for ourselves.
Right.
Yes.
What can young people straight out of school? They
Yeah.
started. They have ideas. What can they do for themselves instead of waiting at at home to get employed.
Right.
So for us, that's the big question and
Yeah.
what we want to help being a solution to.
Yeah.
How can we help people move away from the mindset that I need to get employed by someone else? Do I need to build something for myself?
Yeah.
And we know that the environment has some constraints. So we're in Ghana, we know how Ghana is and how access to capital and access to the needed assistance you need to build a business can be
Yes.
very challenging.
Yes.
And this is our solution. So we're
Yes.
partnering with TKC to ensure that if you have an idea and you're willing to bring that idea forward, then you get the support that you need
So
to build on
how
it.
does this work? As I said, I have grandiose ideas. I'm just waiting for the money. How does this work?
Well, there is a process before you can achieve the money. So how the 3FM business pitch works is we wanted to do something that is scalable, that can reach everyone from Accra to Tamale. You don't have to come to Accra just to partake. As long as you have a phone, whether it's a YAM phone, as we call it, or a smartphone, you all have to dial the number, pitch your business, and then press 1 to submit. You will get a text on your phone immediately, which will be your unique 4-digit code and a voting number. And that's what you use to share to your network and friends to vote for you. Because you can imagine lots of people will be pitching. So we want people who have gotten their friends and family to vote for them, and they will review the top 20 to 50 pitches. And then from there, we will select with the investors. We will select the top 3. Then we'll come to the studio, of course, 3FM, bring the top 3 and just talk about their business, and then one will be selected.
Okay. I believe in miracles, but experience has also taught me that, you know, a lot of these things are almost too good to be true. I want to know if there's nothing in this for TKC Africa.
Of course there's something in this.
Okay.
We're about growing
What's the
entrepreneurs. We're a management consulting firm, and we typically work with international investors, looking for opportunities on the continent. Ghana, Nigeria, name it. So we help them close deals, or we help them connect them to local opportunities. But when they come in and we have a mass of young professionals who are who have businesses, but they're looking for maybe $50,000, $100,000, the investors are looking for $1 million, $5 million, $20 million deals. And so we need to grow this pipeline of young entrepreneurs to become, you know, can I say medium or into SMEs?
Is that where it ends when the businesses flourish? Do you not have a stake in these businesses?
So it depends if you're looking at equity or debt. In the beginning, as we start with these individuals, we can only imagine that the majority of the people who will call are young entrepreneurs. Obviously, we're excited to get people who have established businesses because we have other investors from the venture capital, private equity. They typically give more capital. We have local investors and international investors who are looking for pipeline of deals. So if we close deals, of course we get a cut. It's called closing a deal. We have brought a deal to an investor. So we understand the need of the investor.
Are you in a position to tell us how much that cut makes?
Oh no, it's always a case by case. Because when you look at a deal,
it's not a percentage case.
It's always a case by case because, you know, sometimes you can do debt, sometimes you can do equity, sometimes you can do a mix, depending on what the deal is. If I look at an impact investor like Acumen, I used to work with Acumen, for example, their deals are impact focused. And so you can be doing an investment which might take you 20 years, 10 years to reach impact, but as long as you're impacting the community and you're still profitable, so you're not like a bank or something, but you're still making profit to sustain yourself, they will still invest in you. And so, and then they might invest in you with a very, very small interest rate, whilst of course the venture capitalist is looking to get his returns. So it's always a case by case basis. You have to look at each opportunity as a silo because you need to find out if he or she is looking for impact investment, an angel investor, a venture capital, and a private equity. And we'll make sure that on Wednesdays at the 3FM business pitch between 8:30 and 9, we'll make sure we educate the Ghanaians and everyone listening on the different types of investment firms out there.
So Petra, we're looking at general ideas. We're not looking at ideas that are categorized, for instance, in technology or agro-based across board.
Across board. And this program is going to be sitting on our morning show, Sunrise. So every Wednesday, we're going to have a segment that's going to focus on the 3FM business pitch. And we're encouraging everyone to just pay attention to it because even beyond the first session that we're going to be having, we're going to scale it up next year. So there's a lot in store, and we're just encouraging everyone to be a part of it.
Okay, so how much funding are we talking about for, each individual who makes it?
So the person who wins, or we call it the winner,
Okay.
is about $10,000.
How many winners are you looking for? Just one?
So we want to do a winner per month.
Okay.
And we're doing it in a season. Okay. And so we have 3 months in a season.
Okay.
And so the winner is going to win $10,000.
Okay.
And that is cash, that is market access, that is awareness, that is business, 6 months business coaching, and also other professional coaching. Obviously, Yali being one of our partners,
yes.
The winner, if he hasn't gone to Yali already, also gets the opportunity a free ride to Yali.
Just so people would come prepared, what must people do to convince you
that
that they're deserving of the $10,000?
So one thing I always say is they can definitely check the TKC Africa website for more information. But I always tell people there's 6 easy questions that you must answer to try and convey your business. And especially for 1 minute, people might think, oh, I don't want to pitch my business to anyone for 1 minute, whether on radio, whether on the 3FM business pitch, because they think we'll steal their business. And I keep on saying, which is try. So I want to let the audience know now that it's not about stealing. In 1 minute, you're literally giving us an awareness of your business and the potential. Because even if you go to a networking event, we hope you have prepared a pitch. So when you meet the likes of whether Dangote is there, whether Sir Sam Jonah is there, you need to be able to convey to him in 30 seconds to 1 minute why he should invest in you, or even give you his business card.
Right.
And if you can't do it in that shorter time, you will lose his interest.
Right.
And so we like people to go onto the website. We have some 6 questions here. I don't want to go over the questions, but it's very easy. We ask you to, the first one is who you are. So if you're a CEO, or maybe you're a technical person in your firm, what are your products or services? Again, you have to know what you're selling or what your business is. It's also important to talk about your credentials. Sometimes people don't know what you mean by credentials. Even if you're a one-man shop, right? It's okay, and you have how many years of experience, put it down. But if you are a young entrepreneur, like university students sometimes come together, you can use the years of experience of all the people in your team, cumulatively, put it together and say, we have a cumulative team experience of maybe 10, which sounds better than saying, I just have 2 years experience, I just finished school. So what we want to do is, through the radio show on Wednesdays, and then we're going to do some webinar sessions with some of our investors. Because of the scalability of this, we didn't want everyone just to come to Accra. We'll do some, but we want people outside, wherever they are, to just tune on. Just hopefully you have a smartphone or internet. Go on the webinar sessions. We'll announce it on radio as well. And then you can hear some of the ways you can train yourself to get better. But one thing I will say, which will take a bit of time for any entrepreneur, I know it took me a lot of time, financials. Oh, I'm not lying. I'm not the best in financials, so I had to learn what my weaknesses were, and I had to make sure I got the right people around me who could help me with my financials. And so if you have problems with that, again, our investors can help with that in our training sessions. But that's one area that if you don't get it right, I'm sure you've watched Dragon's Den or any of these. Because every investor, from angel to impact to venture capitalist, needs to know, if I give you money, how is it going to go? Where is it going to go? Do you even know how much you need? And sometimes I get so shocked how people...
questions people don't even have answers
to. And that's the thing, because we're going to be creating an opportunity for young entrepreneurs to have that training, whether they win or not. We're going to be having those conversations on radio. So very important training that you won't get anywhere else, really, that can help you put your idea together.
When does this start?
We're starting today.
We're launching live on 3FM.
I see. I see. How do we vote?
Oh, so as soon as you pitch, so you got on the phone and pitch, you will get, as soon as you hang up, there's a prompt which says dial 1 or press 1 to submit your pitch. As soon as you do that, because then the system knows that it's submitted, you've submitted something, you get a text message, a free text message on your phone, automatic text message with a 4-digit code. So you and that pitch will have a code attached to it. It also helps us at the back end know the code and the pitch, because we don't know who you are yet, right? And then the text, a phone number, or the voting phone number, is also similar to the pitching number. It's just 1 digit. there's a 4 to pitch and a 3 at the end to vote, comes on, and that's where you vote. So there's also access, there'll be a second text. Those who have Facebook, and I think all our young people have Facebook these days. You can click that second text, again, if you do have a smartphone, and then to ask you to log into your Facebook. Again, you are giving yourself permission here. We don't have your Facebook code. And then it will send your pitch to your Facebook to allow you to send it to your friends with your code and voting number.
So obviously, if you don't have a smartphone, you're not ready for business.
Well,
that's just what it is.
Well, look at the likes of Uber. You know, if you want to use an Uber car, I believe from, let's say, the airport to East Legon is 10 Ghana cedis. If you don't have a smartphone and you have to go normal, it's nearly 40 Ghana cedis. So maybe you can start thinking of...
And these are very, very cheap phones.
Yes,
so that could also be an investment in their future.
Exactly. Maybe someone should come up with a
I need you to touch on Yali though, because we didn't mention that.
Yes, sorry, I didn't mention Yali is one of our key partners. As we know, Yali is President Obama's Young African Leaders Initiative. That's what it stands for. And we have the Mandela Fellows in America, and we have the RLC, which stands for Regional Leadership Center here on the continent. Obviously, we represent, Ghana takes care of Anglophone West Africa, and currently the session is happening. So I would like to say hi to my Yali cohort 5 who are currently in session.
Do you not think Yali is threatened?
Why?
Because of the Trump presidency?
Well, I'm so happy that Obama is as smart as he is because he has secured funding for us for the next 4 years. And then we are now supposed to sustain the cohort or the program going forward. And so we're obviously looking at more and more partners. We've got so many so far, but I think to make this even bigger and grander, there's so many more opportunities for partners out there across 9 West African countries to partake.
Well, good for you and Yali.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It was interesting talking to you both. Petra Abba Asamoah, Head of Station 3FM and Deputy General Manager, MG Radio. Hannah Kwa, CEO, TKC Africa, Recruitment Manager of Yali.